85K revenue collected in the first 30 days of working with us, and that's exactly what we did for David, right? And you see right here, out of 85K, it was 72K cash collected, right? With an 85% profit margin on his offer, right? And I'm going to take you through the entire process of how we helped David achieve exactly that, right? And I'm really pumped for this banger, right? And I'm going to show you the entire process of what that looked like for David, right? So David was in the situation and he was having a lot of issues with really getting consistent customer acquisition into his store, right? And he was mainly having issues with volume of sales, right? So he was constantly trying to figure out what acquisition channel can he use. Should he use Facebook ads? Should he use TikTok ads? Should he use Google ads? Or what's really a content mechanism he can use to really get consistent sales, and not just get consistent sales, but increase the volume of sales he was getting on a monthly basis, right? And we understood when we came into his business that his offer was not 10 on 10, right? It's not the best, right? And we wanted his offer to get to the best, right? And for that, we had to really install our growth systems into his mechanism, into his offer, for it to scale to that next level, right? And clearly, his situation is not uncommon, right? So you can see that he was doing just 34 to 46K per month. And I was really pumped to get him started on our program and really scale him to that next level, right? So you can see here, he was having inconsistent sales, and I told him, definitely we're going to take you to the next level, right? And he joined, right? His day one looked like this. He joined around last year, um, around October, November last year in 2022, right? And this is technically his 6 months journey, right? And he joined, he was doing these revenue numbers. So we came in, we quickly tweaked his offer. We really, his offer is already like an 8 on 10, but we really wanted to push it to a 10 on 10. So it's technically the best offer in the market, right? And we have a special offer pricing mechanism that we install that can really help you increase your prices, right? Almost by 50-60%, along with incrementally increasing the value that your customers get from your store, right? So that's just day one. Then we also tweaked his traffic mechanism, right? His traffic was again inconsistent, and we took a look at how we can change that for him, right? And we implemented that literally on day one. Between day one and day two is when we implemented that. We fixed his offer, we fixed his traffic mechanism, and literally on day three is when we start creating creatives, right? And you can see what's happening here, right? So we got his offer dialed in, got his landing page tweaked, because landing page is again something that your customers will be seeing every now and then, right? And you really want them to understand how your business is communicating value, right? If your business doesn't communicate value, if it doesn't really solve your customers' problems, they're not going to make that purchase, right? And here we actually tweaked his landing page. He wasn't really sure if this was the right move. He was questioning if this made sense at all, right? But we told him, listen, we know this works, so let's really do this. Let's tweak your landing page. Let's change that headline. Let's change what your messaging is on your website, and also dial in your offer, change up your offer, and then let's see what happens, right? So really quickly, you see this is happening, right? So he was really excited, right? He already saw an increase in revenue, right? Conversion rate already conversion rate already boomed up, right? So you see, he already said, like, really good thing, we tweaked the landing page, conversion rate is already up 42%, right? And couldn't believe that, honestly, like, just making a small change like that could lead to an increase in rev, right? Great to see this new offer convert than my previous one, and that too after bumping up prices by 50%. We increased his offer price by 50%, and this is all on e-commerce, means he's probably not involved in most of the sales that come in through his store, right? And that's when we go ahead, we start fixing his $1 million creatives, right? So that's something unique we actually do at our agency. We help businesses with their creative mechanism. So even building the right creatives and making people excited to buy your product is something that we really focus on, right? And many businesses don't even talk of $1 million creatives, whereas creating $1 million creative could potentially generate you millions in the next year, 2 years, 3 years, depending on how you're using them, right? And that's just day three, right? So here's what happens after that, day eight, right? As we're building the $1 million creatives, we start pushing it out to his existing audience, right? Along with also installing our growth mechanisms into his business, right? And here's what you see happen, right? This is what happens on day eight, right? You see here, creators are performing really well, no joke. We didn't even think we could even hit a 5x ROAS on cold traffic. And he just spent 150 today, made 1250. That's just ads, right? His organic mechanism, the sniper growth method that we installed was completely unique. We totally hit a revenue of 2200 for one day, right? That's just 8 days after starting to work with us, right? Just 8 days of starting to work with us, right? And as I told him, I'm like, told you, David, I'm really excited to see you scale to 100K per month real soon, right? And we installed the $1 million creative, right? And then here's what happens a week later. We start seeing that revenue boost come in, right? Boom, just had our first 3K day, barely a week since we started ads, and the Snapper Growth organic and ads are converting like a machine, right? Awesome, David. Really glad you're in this program, right? We knew exactly what he had to do in order to get that result, right? And even when he started with us, like, he was really pumped to get the result that he wanted, getting to 100K per month, right? And he literally came into the program, he paid in full, right, when he joined, and he got started. And he's already seeing results within 14 days of joining, right? He's already seeing that revenue boost come in, right? And here's what happens, right? So as he's in the program, he's already seeing results come in, right? He's being consistent with doing the action steps that we tell him to do. And while that's happening, we are taking his output, we're taking our output, we're taking his output, and together mashing it up to really get that revenue boost on his store on a weekly basis and on a monthly basis, right? And really get customers excited to go ahead and make a purchase from his store, right? So you see over here, it's 30 days since he started to work with us. We see more revenue come in, and we literally ask him, right? So we speak to him. I tell him to try out something, right? And literally he gets tons of messages from his landing page as well, right? And people are buying in his DMs, right? We have DM specialists that we install into his business, right? And along with that, email sales are through the roof. Literally, he cannot believe that he started a month back, already collected 85K in revenue in 30 days, right? Fire, man, what does the ad spend look like? So around 85% is the profit, right? On that 85K revenue collected, right? So that's 72K cash, right? Then just ads, we spent 5,500, made back 28K. Really simple, right? And that's potentially what a brand owner can see when they come in to work with our program, right? So this is literally a realistic idea of what David experienced, right? It's really crazy the amount of results that we bring in for our clients. And this is actually David 6 months into the program, right? So I asked David, like, I got a ping on my notifications and I saw that it was actually 6 months since David started working with us, right? So we came in, we asked him a few months back, we came in, we asked him, like, hey man, like, it's been a while since we are working together. How's that been? You know, like, he's really pumped. He's like, it's been phenomenal. We went from 46K to 176K per month in revenue. And he's really looking forward to his first 500K month with us, right? And his business was like literally 46K per month, 40K per month, around 9 months 10 months ago, right? That's the realistic journey. And he literally says, like, your team has real strategies that no one in the industry talks about. Like, no course has done this for him, right? Like, he has taken so many courses, he has gone through other people's mechanism, right? But it never ended up working, right? And he really understood that he really needed to invest in himself to really get to that next level, right? And he was an action taker. Like, I remember when on our first sales call, he really came in and he literally said, he's like, yeah man, I'm gonna like just pay you upfront everything. You know, he was tired of every single course out there. He was tired of really going through so many courses, consuming all their content, getting no results, working with different mentors, trying it by himself, trying to run ads by himself, but nothing really worked in the end, right? And that's when he actually came to a program. He realized that, okay, fine, I need to invest in this. I need to really scale myself up to that next level. And that's when he made that decision mentally to invest with us. And when that happened, you've seen the journey, right? If you're someone who's really pumped to get their store off the ground and really scale to that next level, go ahead, book a call with us below. You're going to find my link, or else go ahead, DM me on Instagram if you've got questions, you want to ask me anything. Go ahead, man. Like, you can go on this channel, look at the other videos that we are having, and you'll see the amount of value that we give away, right? Because we are talking the real things that no one really talks about in the industry, right? And when you build your store for success, when you have the right foundation set up, you can scale it as high as you want, right? There's no like quick hack that we're implementing. It's just real strategies that people implement into much larger stores, right? The top 100 Shopify stores, those are the strategies that we actually implement into your store so that we have those foundations that can scale you to like 500K a month. You know, I'm really excited for David to hit 500K per month, you know, and that would be like a crazy case study to see him going literally 10xing his business revenue in probably 12 months, right? Let's see how this goes, man. So really pumped for every single person watching, and I'm really excited for you to join, right? Go ahead, DM me on Instagram, go ahead, book a call below, you'll find my link, and I'm really excited to see you on the other side. All right, until next time, see you.